First up, what's going on with the Times, Josh?
Post office chief to give up her CBE over scandal, even though actually the King has to say, yeah, you no longer got your CBE. But still...
Oh, she thinks she's in charge.
She thinks, yeah, exactly. There's been 1.2 million people sign this petition for her to do it. She's done it pretty much immediately. And I wonder if that's just been, like, clever advice, like, to get her out of the target in a way, like it's sort of getting ahead of it somehow. Like, don't fight it. Just like, yeah, OK, I'll give it back, and please don't focus on me. Because now people are saying, we also want your wages, because you got paid a couple of million and whatnot.
Yeah.
She was in charge, it seems, for about half of this. During the more of the prosecution-y side of things, she wasn't there when this was all implemented and the beginning of the prosecutions when they were found out. So it's not solely down to her by any means. It seems like, obviously, that she headed the organisation when this stuff was going on. I'm glad this stuff has come to the fore, that it's captured the public's imagination, obviously with the ITV drama. I think it's a little bit sad that it took an ITV drama, because it was obvious the injustice now has been apparent now for quite a few years, and now we've sort of reached that fever pitch that means that things are actually getting done.
What if it was a bad drama? This is the terrifying alternate universe.
Yeah.
If it was a half
badly acted as well.
Oh.
So if they hadn't got Toby Jones, if it was Lewis and he was like, oh, I work for the post office and they're really messing with me and I haven't, the figures don't add up, then, you know, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Well,
if he went to jail for it, we'd all be like, that makes more sense than a computer being wrong.
Well, the shocking thing is that this is not one little guy, one little thing that fell through. There was hundreds of people, and this was going on since the 1990s. I mean, granted that, and I've spent a lot of time in post office in this country, and the lines are so long, so, you know, some of these sub-post office deserve to be punished. Not for this, but for...
Like getting Al Capone for tax evasion. Is that what you're thinking? They're in prison at least for something. Well,
I hope that came across as funnier than it sounds.
Do you remember the episode of Seinfeld where Kramer tries to opt out of the mail system? It turns out that the mail organisation, they're a shadowy figure that do, like, their own investigations. And it turns out the post office is actually like that. They don't need to call the police. They are the police.
Yeah, then they do the prosecutions.
Yeah,
well.
yeah. And similar thing will happen in America, too. The term going postal had to do with the fact that the American postal system was so... dogmatic. It was like run by military people, and so there's something.
What is going? I thought going postal meant like going mental.
It means the people who worked at the post office were under such tremendous pressure by the authorities, similar to this, that they cracked and they started to shoot people up. But these are sub-post ops, so these people don't have very many employees or people that they work with.
Well, now you brought guns into it. We'll move on.